Hey, good morning. It's Thursday, September 21st, and we're going to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle. That's what we do here on this YouTube channel. Today's puzzle is constructed by Dan Caprera, which is not a name I'm familiar with. So, no real expectations except that it's Thursday, expecting it to be themed and probably kind of tricky. Rocking a 60-day streak, which is cool. That's been a while since I got up to 60. So we'll try to keep that one going. Hope you're having a good week. And do me a favor, if you like the video, please click the like button. If you've yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do that. And that's the whole sales pitch. That's all I got. Let's solve the puzzle. Director who said horror films don't create fear, they release it. Interesting. I'm thinking like Wes Craven, who are horror directors. Bela Lugosi, did he direct? Center cut. I'm not sure what that is. A length just over 1 centimeter. Well, it's not an inch. Entertainment one might view from a box. Entertainment one might view from a box. I'm guessing that's an opera, like an opera box. Half of a rhyming game name. Half of a rhyming game name. Mine in Marseille, that's Amois in French. Desert near Sinai is, just trying to think of major deserts. There's the Sahara and there's the Gobi. So I'm not sure what a 5-letter desert is. Indecent could be like rude. Something de mer. It's a baby. It's a girl. Natural find with a cavity. Natural find with a cavity. Whole alternative. Well, that's probably skim, like milk. Major Japanese company HQ'd in a 43-story tower shaped like a rocket. Huh. No idea, but that's pretty badass. Capital of Washington. I want this just to be W, capital of Washington. A rubber overshoe. What does that mean? Shows indecision, in a way. I'm not sure what that is. Mesa Verde is a place I've been. There's cool like towns, villages built into the rock walls there. It's awesome. Organization concerned with cyber warfare. Is that like the NSA, probably? National Security Administration. Melber of MSNBC, I have no idea. Infamous presidential denial. Seasonal phenomenon depicted 6 times in this puzzle. All right, so we do have a theme, and this is our revealer. Seasonal phenomenon. I'm thinking about like cold and flu season. Cold and flu. Gave advice. Desire for a lonely heart. HART. Childish Gambino's record label, I don't know. That's Donald Glover, his rap name, but I'm not sure what his label is. He actually died about 1,500 years before the fiddle was invented. What? Quizzes, like, is that just asks maybe? $10,000 pyramid host. That's one I'll probably recognize when I get it, but I don't know off the top of my head. Person who might call a child a bairn. Well, that sounds Scottish, right? Like, so is it like a Scot? Yes. This again, tea brand. A lot of those. It's not like Nestea or Lipton. Could be like Sobe. I think that's a tea, right? How some money is held. Be overly sweet. That's cloy. Cloyingly sweet. Next, classic. Uh, gosh, classic New York City cinema name. Hmm. Food that can be eaten to help with anemia. Well, I mean, anemia is when you're low in iron, so like meats would be helpful for that, right? Liver, maybe. Liver's high in iron. Sprinted, like fled, raced. Place for brace is probably a knee. Dia de los Reyes month. Well, this is an Euler, so that should help me. This must be Enero, January. Drink that should not be served shaken. Hmm. Tonsil treater. It's probably an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor. Freshen is like renew, maybe? Renew. Third most so not a terrible first pass, but kind of long, 6 minutes almost, and didn't get much, especially on the top half. Third most common Chinese surname in America. Hmm. Competitive poker. That's an epi, like a sword for sword fighting. State flower of Utah is the sago lily, I think, right? Director. Guiding statements. Jet black as hair. Huh. Something de mer, like eau de mer, lou de mer. This may precede cries of goal. They may precede cries of goal. Like, is it like olays? Metal is to hawk. No, indecent would be lewd. Okay. Center cut. Interesting. Center cut. Isn't out of. Has. Our bodies need 20 plus different kinds to function. There must be amino acids. Some seating sections, maybe loges. Length just over a centimeter. Loges. It's a sign. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what this is though. Length just over a centimeter. Lawyer in To Kill a Mockingbird. This is NEC. Lawyer in To Kill a Mockingbird. I mean, that was like Gregory Peck, right? He played it. Finch. Is that right? Atticus Finch, is that right? Length just over 1 centimeter. Like, oh, this is a half inch. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoa. So, half inch, right? So, like, got half, and then we turn down and we got inch. And we need this to be a seasonal weather phenomenon. A seasonal phenomenon. Huh. Well, I don't know. Cool Cats, copy that. That's I dig. Wide ray is like a manta ray. Male members of the House of Saud. Is that like emirs? Some people on deck. On deck. Is this a rubber over galoshes? Lowest score. So this must be the LSAT. show indecision. Name of 7 Danish kings. DFA is one in music. Something chord. What you do just for grins. Smile. Takes off a noise. What is this? Infamous presidential denial. I am not a crook. Richard Nixon. So this one I don't like as much because we have to that other one just half was spelled out by itself and then we turned down and we got a separate word. This one's a little less easy to see. A seasonal phenomenon. This is probably an N. Yeah, N-E-S. Okay. Some people on deck. Show incision. Where am I? Many a surgeon informally. OR doc. OR doc. Seasonal phenomenon. Conceal with away. That's probably stow away. Pass is enact, a law. When many businesses open at 9, passageways. Structure built in a catenary arch shape. On a, I want this to be on a lark, but that means something's wrong here. Ending with Euro, Eurozone, and this is Tasso, and Oxen, and Roxy. Okay. Numbers and scores even. Withered climate-wise is sear. Some money is held in escrow. In escrow. Something verily. All right, we're getting there, but boy, the whole side of this puzzle is not really filling itself in very well. Director who said horror films don't create fear, they release it. So what director? Or is it are we turning down here? Do we know which ones turn? I guess not. A center cut. Half of a rhyming game name. What is this? Salt de mer? Sea salt? Center cut. Is this wrong? Title is, it's got to be hawk, right? I don't know. Desert near Sinai. Natural find with a cavity. But that's a geode, right? Most common Chinese, long. The Negev, that's a desert. So what do we got here? Oh yeah, Wes Craven. Okay. So I think he was the first person I mentioned as a possibility. I'm very concerned about these 2 squares here, though. I got no idea what's going on there. Guiding statements are credos. Capital of Washington is one. It's like George Washington is on the $1 bill. Credos. Shows indecision in a way. Melbourne. Seasonal phenomenon. Gave advice. Gave advice. I don't know. Some people on must be seamen, right? What is this? I'm gonna say enact. Enact and stow might both be wrong. But like, that still doesn't, min ration. Huh. The end of that word just doesn't quite look right. Could this not be... So this is Nero, not... It's off angers, okay. Something migration, that works better. So it's like a winter migration. Gave advice, counseled. Okay, so this is starting to look a little better. Enact would work. Conceal, tucked away. Childish Gambino, so that must be RCA, is there? And this still doesn't really look great. The $10,000 pyramid host. Oh, Dick Clark. God, I keep forgetting that some of these are doing funny things. This again. Sprinted. Drink that should not be served shaken. I don't know what that is. Like wine? Like what is going on up here? I got to come back to that part. Show indecision in a way. Show indecision in a way. Oh, like hem and haw, right? So like maybe this is hems and haws and haw. 7-inch Kings Eric sounds good. Ari Melber. Minor chord. Passageways. Passageways. Structure built in a catenary arch shape. The structure built. Like, what is that? Center cut. I gotta finish this part last. That's not half of a rhyming game. Half of a rhyming game name. I feel like this is so obvious. This again, like sprinted. Oh, like tore. Oh, ducks. Okay. Drink. Oh, it's a soda. All right. And this one, yay, verily. Ugh. Oh, an igloo. Okay. So it's not Saldemer. Um, I mean, center cut. I don't like. What could center cut be? Like, is Hawk wrong? Olays. Half of a rhyming game name. Half of a rhyming game name. I mean, I just have. Oh, Hyali? Is it Hyali? It's not Saul the Mayor, though. Like, oops. MOH. Center cut. I don't know. And Mal de Mer. The center cut, I don't. I don't get it. I have no idea. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Mohawk. Mohawk. Center cut. Mohawk. I still don't. That's still really hard. So what do we have? We have Wes Craven, Mohawk, Half Inch, I Am Not a Crook, Dick Clark, and In Escrow. Yikes. I mean, I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I didn't lose the streak on that stupid thing. And obviously, I should have realized that this might be a themer since I only had 5 of the 6, but I wasn't counting. Um, I don't really get why this is a winter migration. Like, just because they're going south, is that the idea? Like the clue turns south, but it's like that's not how migration works, right? Like, you're not going you're not going east and then turn south. You just like start where you are and go south. I don't know. It's a little bit weird directionally. Let's take a look, see what was good and what was not. Wes Craven. I mean, I'm not a horror guy. Like, I would never watch a horror film really under any circumstances. So don't know much about Wes Craven. Mohawk. I can tell you that when I was going into first grade, so what, like 6 or 7 years old, I told my dad I wanted a mohawk, and arrived at the first day of first grade with a mohawk, and then shaved it off because I was deeply embarrassed. It was pretty cool, but I don't know. Just wouldn't probably recommend letting your 6 year old get a mohawk, but I used to be a lot cooler. Half Inch, Opera Box, Highlight. I watched some Highlight once in Florida. It was really cool, really fun thing to gamble on. Amwa, Negev, Lude, Sign, Geode. I mean, we were all like obsessed with geodes growing up. Like, they were so cool, and I feel like every show and tell was just like, here's a geode. Skim, NEC. I'm curious to see this rocket-shaped tower. I'm gonna look it up. Capital of Washington. I like this one because it was very good misdirection. I did not. It took me a while to figure out what we were talking about. This one's interesting. Like, oops. I mean, growing up we had galoshes, which is just multiple galosh, and I didn't really realize that this could be singular galosh. And also, that's got to be like an onomatopoeia, right? Like, that's the sound it makes when you splash in the puddle or whatever. I don't know. Hems. I don't love Hems and I don't love Haw, but I like the way that they were clued and that they share the H there. Mesa Verde, Colorado's my favorite place, and shout out Colorado. Organization concerned with cyber warfare. Ari Melber, I am not a crook. One of the all-time great presidential lines, right? And it's like in any circumstance, if someone's saying I'm not a crook, like chances are they're probably a crook, right? Um, Tricky Dick. Imagine having a nickname like Tricky Dick. Winter migration, we've already been through that. Whatever. Counseled. Desire for a lonely. Oh, that's a pretty good one. A doe, like a deer, for a lonely heart, which is like a stag, right? Some more letters like NEC, NSA, RCA, UG, says me. Nero. That's kind of a weird way to clue Nero, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Asks Dick Clark, Scott, UG, Tazo, Inescro, Cloy, Roxy Cinema. That's cool. But I like the Roxy was like in LA. I feel like that's where the Doors got their start, was at the Roxy. Um, Liver, gross, Tor, knee, Enero, soda, ear, nose, and throat doctor, Renew, Wong, Epi, Sago, Credos, Raven. Might include this as like football since it's football season. Mal de Mer, like the evil of the ocean, like is how I want to translate that or something. Like, I don't. Is that like a nickname for an orca? Um, Please help me translate that. Ole, goal, hawk. Uh, I wasn't sure if this was HOCK or HAWK, so I'm glad I chose correctly. Has amino acids, loges, Atticus Finch, I dig, manta ray, Amir's seaman, LSAT. Those kind of tests are so hard. And the LSAT is one that's like, it's not so much about studying, it's about reasoning and logic and I don't know. I tried taking the GMAT. Was it the GMAT or the GRE? God, I can't even remember. When I was like 30 maybe. And oh my God, it's like, I've never felt stupider. I took it cold just to see how I would do. And then I studied for like a month and took it again for a second time and got like the exact same score. So that has nothing to do with the LSAT, but it reminded me. Hems and Haws, Eric the Danish King, minor chord. Sure. Smile to get grins, angers, OR Doc, Rook, Tuck, Enact, NES, more letters, but NES, I mean, Nintendo Entertainment System, like, I remember the day that I got this for Christmas when I was probably like 8. I mean, I'm going to say this might be like Christmas 1990, 91, something like that. So, yeah, that was a big day. Businesses open at 9. Ducks, Igloo, pardon me. Lark, Euler, Zone, Oxen, even numbers, even scores, sure. Sear, Crow. This one, I mean, yay, verily. I don't know what that refers to, but and then we have yet right after it, yay, and then yet. So didn't love that as a end note. Overall, though, this is a pretty good puzzle. Like I say, I mean, migration. I don't know. Does migration go like that? Like, no. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I get it. We're going south, but uh, seasonal phenomenon depicted 6 times. Like, that's not depicted. And to be honest, I think a fairer depiction of seasonal migration might be like a flying V, right? Like a bunch of birds flying in a V. I don't know. For some reason, that just kind of irks me. It's a good puzzle, though, with pretty strong fill and I don't know, nothing that I particularly hated. Not a lot of three-letter answers. And, I complained a little bit about the letters, but not a whole lot of them. It's not too bad. Overall, this is a pretty strong puzzle and pretty good for a Thursday. It's not overly complicated. Had a nice aha moment when I got half inch and kind of revealed the puzzle there, and then it made me feel better about stuff like Wes Craven and Mohawk. I feel stupid. If I'd done this puzzle later in the day, I might have been a little sharper and maybe got that a little quicker. Anyways, that's all I got. It's kind of a yucky day today. I woke up and my phone said snow flurries. Doesn't seem like it really snowed, but it was probably like 35 and it's getting chilly. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm going to try to do another live solve on Saturday, maybe. I got to work some event, but hopefully I can get that squeezed in the morning. And I'll ramble as I always do. A rambling man. But as always, thank you for joining me. And as I said at the top of the video, please like and subscribe. And I hope you'll join me again next time for another live solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.